Are you afraid of the dark? Yes, this is part 2 of my top 20 Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes. Here we go. Number 15 is The Tale of the Zombie Dice. Games. Almost all of us play them, whether they're tabletop games, video games, card games, board games, whatever. Almost all of us do play them, but they're low stakes. They're not really that too important. And that's where this story kind of falls into of what if it was important. In this one, it's just the roll of a dice, but there's a lot more to this roll than meets the eye. Yes, it's a good game, and a couple of kids try and figure out how to beat this game and beat the game master before he takes them. Not going to spoil it, so you should check it out. Number 14 is The Dream Machine. Yes, a high school student finds an old typewriter. Now remember, this is in the 90s, long before the hipsters came about and started using typewriters ironically. So he finds this old typewriter and starts to write on it, write little stories. But the typewriter has a power in that whatever it writes, it manifests into people's dreams. However, there is more to this typewriter than they realize, and it's a pretty cool story. And not to mention, they kind of make a pseudo romance in there, but it's not important. You don't care about it, and even the story doesn't care about it because it knows where to focus. It's on this typewriter, and there's some good stuff in this, and I definitely had some fun watching it. Number 13 is Tale of the Twisted Claw. This is Are You Afraid of the Dark's version of the monkey's claw, or the monkey's paw, however you want to say it. Yes, this one, a couple of kids, it's always kids or teenagers, that's just the way it is. A couple of kids go on Mischief Night, which is the day before Halloween, for those of you outside of America wondering what that is, or where you don't really celebrate Halloween, whatever. Mischief Night is where people go out and they play pranks and do all these sort of things, cause a little mayhem. I guess it's not supposed to be vindictive, but a couple of kids take it a little too far. But the next day, one of the kids has an idea of going to trick or treat at the house that they went to and kind of broke some valuable things. And so instead of punishing the boys right out, she decides to give them a nice little trick or treat in the form of a monkey's paw. I won't give away the whole ending, but it's not what you think. I kind of like that. They take conventions and old folk tales, things like that, and give them a twist to them, which you don't really see coming too often. Number 12 is The Night Shift. Now, this one, again, speaking of twisted things, it's a twist on a vampire tale. This one takes place in a hospital during the night shift. And people start disappearing. And you see this vampire stalking the people. And it's up to a nurse and one of her patients trying to stop this vampire. And they've got to figure out which one of the people in the hospital is the vampire. So it's a pretty cool episode. It's pretty cool. I like it. Number 11 is Old Man Corcoran. Hide and seek. Not really thought of as a dangerous game, but in this story, it's taken to a dangerous level. Two kids move into a new neighborhood and they try to make friends. They meet a group of people who like to play hide and go seek in a cemetery. And all the while they're trying to not to come across Old Man Corcoran. And the reason why, well, you're just going to have to watch and find out now, aren't you? So that's it for part 2. This one was going to be short, I know. That's just the way this one's going to be. In top 10, there's going to be a little more detail on some of these, hopefully, and I like to do that in the next 2 parts. So stay tuned for that. And were you ever afraid of the dark when you were a kid? Or are you still afraid of the dark now? So that's my question for you. Stay tuned for part 3 coming up hopefully soon. Till then, bye.